Okay guys, so next we're pulling a wall. This has already been centered. So I'm going to use my right hand and my left hand to balance each other and work as one and find our center here. Notice how my index finger is not moving. It's because I'm right in the center of this lump of clay. Great. So you can use your thumbs or you can use your middle finger and index finger to open your pot. Doesn't matter. The only thing that you need to do is make sure your hands are wrapped around the clay and my wrists are down, not up in the air, but down and level with the clay. And you're going to apply gentle pressure and add water. If you don't add water, sometimes the clay will catch and you can throw it off at this point. So I'm going to set my depth with my index and middle finger here. Just make sure you support your clay while you do this. At any point in time you can throw it off, so you always want to have two hands on. Grab your needle tool to measure your depth. Stick it in the clay, run your finger down until it touches the bottom of your clay. And then look, that's a little too much, so I'm gonna push down a little more and then measure again. Make sure to turn your wheel off. We're looking for about 1/4 of an inch for this cylinder. That'll work. I fold my sponge in half and apply medium pressure for compression. Bring your clay particles back together. Compress the rim. This is what my fingers are doing on the interior. Flat and pulling out towards my belly button slowly. Supporting with my other hand. Keep the same pressure. And that should open up the interior nice and smooth. Okay, so here's a tip. I use my wooden rib, the long straight edge, and I press up against my clay body. Support the inside, but it forces my walls to be straight up and down before I pull. Straight up and down walls will make your pulls easier. They're nice and flush with my finger. So the next step is pulling. So position of hands is really important. My dominant hand is on the outside with the sponge. And that's where most of your pressure is going to be applied on your first pull. Nice and even, and my hands are working together as one because they're touching each other. You're going to loosen your pressure as you get towards the top and let off gently. And then gently compress your rim. Compress in between pulls, always, always, always. Pull and then compress, pull and then compress. Just repeat back and forth. So my hand position is like this without the sponge. Lots of pressure at the bottom, pinch hard, and then slowly move up. And if your hands get dry, stop where you are, get water, and then continue where you left off. I'm using my rib tool as a guide, so I want it to be flush against the flat side. So on this pull, I'm pushing out towards my hand, a little bit towards the center. So the walls are straight up and down, just like my rib tool. I'm going to focus my pressure point from the top half up. You don't have to pull from the bottom every single time. Now, when any of your pots get too tall and your hands don't touch, that's okay. Just pull like normal, and then when your hands can touch, attach them again as one. The key is to go slow. Compress your rim gently, and it should only be 1 or 2 rotations. Go ahead and get rid of the skirt. Don't need it. We're going to compress and clean the slip at the same time. Focus on the bottom portion of your rib tool and what it's doing. Take it all the way to the top. So this rubber rib is really just cleanup at the very end, so it's less work for me later. Just cleaning everything up while it's on the wheel will be less work later, and it takes off any excess. Taking off excess slip helps with even drying. You're going to use your wooden knife tool to clean up the bottom. Lift the cup off the bat. It's less cleanup later if you do it on the wheel now.